Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, Classics / Non-Classic. This episode of 589 and Doubleshot 483. I have two more trades that I own physically, and they're both from DC. First up is a series I've never reviewed before on my channel, and I kind of figured, oh, why not do it, because this series is great. And what series is that? Manhunter! This is the first volume of this series. This is called, the first one is called Street Justice. This is written by Mark Andrego, with artwork by Jesus Sevis, and inking by Jimmy Palmiotti. You are thinking, who in the world is Manhunter? It is related to Martian Manhunter. No, it's a completely separate character. There have been at least a half a dozen people who have held the title of Manhunter. The original was Dan Richards back in the 40s, and then from the 40s, 50s, and then from like the 60s up until about the 80s, it was Paul Kirk. In the 80s, it was Mark Shaw, for at least for 2 years. Actually, for like a good period of like 10 years, he was Manhunter. In the 90s, it was Chase Lawler. And pretty much for like about 2 years in the early 2000s, it was Kirk DePaul, who is a clone of Paul Kirk. And you have this one, who is the sixth Manhunter. This is a woman. Her name is Kate Spector. Yes, she did show up on Arrow Season 2 where she got killed off, but that's completely unrelated. She pretty much became the Manhunter because, well, she was getting tired of seeing metahuman criminals getting off the hook for their crimes. So what does she do? She puts on an outfit and kills one of them. In the first issue, she kills off the villain Copperhead. Yep, she kills Copperhead in the opening issue. Oh, and fun fact, the only time she actually kills a character in the entire series. And I've read the entire series. She doesn't kill anybody else. This trade collects the first 5 issues of the series. Also, there's a loose tie-in to Identity Crisis, which was coming out pretty much around the same time this series came out. Which, this series came out in 2004, and I think it was in 2007. Yeah, the series ended after 38 issues. Oh yeah, and also, this woman is one of the very few characters who's not John Constantine, who does openly smoke. Yeah. She smokes a lot. I gotta hand it to the artist. The artwork is fantastic in this book. Kate Spector is a state prosecutor here. No, I don't want to show that one off. That's Copperhead. Here we go. Much better. Here's Copperhead. Yeah. Kate Spector is a star prosecutor who is a divorced single mother who has a son named Damien, and she's trying to raise him. Well, while also fighting her ex-husband over custody of him, and also one point during these issues, he accidentally finds her baton somehow. I'm thinking, why did she lock that closet? So he activates it. He gets a concussion, and he ends up in the hospital. And because of this little incident, he decides to file full custody. Oh yeah, and she gets upset about this. She throws him against the wall. He says, "Oh yeah, you're loving this, you sick bastard." Yeah, that's what she calls him. She calls him SOB, but yeah, the guy's a terrible person. And half the time this woman forgets about the way this thing is, the way it's depicted. She's half the time forgetting to pick up her own son, but she loves her son. Yes, you gotta praise the writer Mark Andrego for doing that. And in case you want, and here's something interesting though. It's later revealed in the series that she's related to a Golden Age superhero. You're probably thinking, which superhero is she related to? Why, the original Phantom Lady, Sandra Knight. Yeah, Kate Spector is her granddaughter. No joke, that is completely true. That's revealed later on in the series. Not revealed in these issues per se, but yeah. And despite the fact, yes, she starts, once the series ends, she moves to Gotham and becomes the DA. That's what she does. And I love the outfit. The outfit is great. Great mask to cover her face, red and silver, and a great silver baton. Also, she fights the Shadow Thief in here, which was awesome. And she briefly meets the Justice League, which this lineup is, well, This is like right after she fought the Shadow Thief. And this lineup includes Martian Manhunter. Yeah, you sees him once. Excuse me. Yeah. Let's see if I can find it here. She also finds a guy who was a busboy who kind of ruined her shirt. Yeah, also has him fix her equipment. Let's see if I can find it here. Yeah. Let's see. And the people for the Justice League she meets in this. Oh yeah, she also runs into the male Cheetah. Yeah, Phil Jimenez created this guy. I think his name is Sebastian Barros. Let me look this guy up, because I know who this guy is. And let's see if I can find him here. Okay, Sebastian Bastros. Yeah, that's the guy's name. hmm Yeah, he's by far the only guy that I have named the Cheetah, because all the cheetahs are women. Not kidding about that, though. This is a robot. But it's nice to see him. We also see the guy who fixed the equipment put on the Mark Shaw Manhunter outfit. Yeah, this is the same outfit that Mark Shaw wore in his brief ongoing series from 1980s, written by John Ostrander and Kim Yale. Okay, here we go. Found the Justice League members, and this consisted of Hawkman, Martian Manhunter, John Stewart, and I don't remember who this woman in pink is. I have to look it up here. Yeah, I don't know who this woman is. Yeah, but these member Justice League who showed up in this book. The only reason why they're here is just to, well, tell them that they're in town and, well, they're after the Shadow Thief, and they're under. It's part of their charter. They have to inform the attorneys that they're in town and they're going to catch the person. And she says, fine, as long as they get to prosecute him. Okay, fine. This, by far, is a great way to start this series. And I highly do recommend checking out this series because it's just really damn good. It's just too bad, though, DC, despite the fact that Mark Shaw was featured in an episode of Arrow, and yet DC has never done a second printing of this. Yeah, it's only 38 issues. Heck, the first 2 volumes, I mean, 1 issue from the first one has been collected, but none of the issues second volumes. Matter of fact, none of the Manhunters, except for Kate Spector, has seen the light of a trade. I'm thinking, though, why can't they put these people in trade? No idea. But this is good. I'm going to get this a 9.5 out of 10. It's just really damn good. And in case you're wondering, yeah, she's probably like she's probably by far the only female superhero I can think of who actually does smoke. And she does also later become a member of the JSA and the Birds of Prey. No joke, that's what she does. Excuse me. Next up is Showcase presents Hawkman, Volume 1. This book collects, because the Showcase book, The Atom, number 7, Brave and the Bold, 34-36, 42-44, Mystery in Space, 87-90, and Hawkman 1-11. Excuse me a minute. My apologies for that. I had an alarm go off. I had to shut it off. Now, back to this thing. Now, this is about the Silver Age Hawkman, Cater Hall, not Carter Hall like I mentioned in the previous episode. Yeah, this guy is created by Gardner Fox and Joe Kubert. The one thing kind of bad about his creators, they're both dead. Yeah, Gardner Fox I think passed away in the 1980s. And as for Joe Kubert, he passed away roughly 6 years ago. And not only is this the first appearance of Kadar Hall, but also the Silver Age Hawk Girl as well. along with the character Beowulf, Shadow Thief. Oh, in case you're wondering, yeah, he does fight these things in here. And he also gets a chance to first meet the Atom in here. He teams up with Adam Strange for a couple issues of, well, Mystery in Space. He features in the book. Actually lasted for 3 issues, and 90 was just a team up issue. 51 was just team up between him and I think it was Aquaman. Yeah, Aquaman was it was second issue of Brave and the Bold when it became a team up series. It wasn't until issue 73 became a Batman team up series. And then of course you have the ongoing series, which lasted. Now this first volume was 24 issues. This book collects the first 11 issues of the series. Now, unlike some other Silver Age books, this is all about crime. This is basically kind of like a crime sci-fi series. That's essentially put what Hawkman is: crime and sci-fi with a little bit of magic here and there. But mostly this one is most social with sci-fi stuff and crime drama. Yeah, and it's great. Great set of stories and classic stories till this very day. I give this book a 10 out of 10. It is just pure fantasticness. Gardner Fox did a fantastic job creating this particular version of Hawkman, and I believe he created the original one, if not mistaken. I believe he did create Carter Hall, if not mistaken. Yeah, he did. He created Carter Hall. Yeah, he created both of them, but he had different artists to go along with it. Yep. It was a different artist who created Hawkman. Let's see. The Silver Age Hawk girl, whose real name is at this point Shara Hall. It's Hol. With Hawk World is Thal. Yep. Cater Hall, who was best friends with, well, the Atom, though for some reason they decided to post-crisis switch to Buddy Buds for where Ray Palmer's best friends with Carter Hall instead of Cater Hall. I don't know why DC did that for. They also even retconned his time with the Justice League. Yeah, for some reason, I think it was with Zero Hour, they retconned Cater Hall's time with the Justice League in the 60s and 70s. They retconned the thing with Carter Hall, the Golden Age Hawkman. I have no idea. They retconned this in JLA Incarnations, which they later on, I think they undid that, but yeah, there's mention of Justice League in here as well. Like I said, classic book with great stories. And I personally can't wait to get my hands on Volume 2 of the thing, which I think collects the final 13 issues of this particular volume. Let's see. Yes, it does. Actually, no, it goes to 2024. It's actually 27. Yeah, Volume 2 is 21-27, Adam 31, and of course, the subsequently Adam series, another issue, Brave and the Bold. Yeah. So when it comes to Cater Hall, I actually own like 3 books that actually collect his work, that collect this guy's appearances. I kind of wish they did a little bit more with them. Like, I'm thinking though, with Hawkman coming back, I would think that they would do a Silver Age Hawkman book, but I haven't seen one, surprisingly. So, yeah, that's it for this one. Oh yeah, and he fights crime in Midway City. Excuse me. Yep. So that's it for this episode. Stay tuned for the next episode, which is going to be episode 590 and Doubleshot number 484. Yeah, 484. Where I'm going to cover 2 Avenger trades. Yep, and you'll find out what they are in the next episode. Okay? Until I see you there. Bye.